Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. Guard.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, no it don't get broken. Legalize, mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in, the show called The Man-Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85 inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed. Stay calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-Guard. It's no telling the panel filled with guest stars. You're now rocking with the voice, you know who it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You're now rocking with my man S-Guard. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is awesome production. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S.God. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the orange and blue skies, man. You already know what the vibes is, man. Tonight, man, Knicks talk, man. Knicks at Night talk tonight on the Man-Cave podcast, courtesy of the Aboriginal Sports Network, man. Make sure you go and subscribe to the Aboriginal Sports Network, man. The link is right there in the chat, man. Our one centralized location for all of our content, man, as well as go subscribe to the Man-Cave podcast. If this is your first time to my channel, man, hit that like and subscribe button, man. It is free. It costs you nothing, man, to just get free content, man. Great videos and analysis and things like that, man. So just make sure you get all your Knicks fix and things like that, man. Yeah, I usually do Knicks streams like on certain nights, but Monday is just for straight Knicks talk, man. And tonight, man, on the Knicks Knicks at Night podcast tonight, man, we're going to be talking about the Knicks, man. First things we're going to be talking about is the Knicks, their energy level, man. But for some reason, man, these guys' energy level has just been off, man. It just depends, man. It don't matter who they playing, man. I'm like, they could be playing a bad team, a good team. It's just like, I don't know, man. It's like, and this is like at the beginning of a lot of games. It's not just like a little game here and there. There's a lot of games that the Knicks start off real slow, man. And that's part of the reason why they've been, win one, lose one, win one, lose one. They've been inconsistent. And then especially with Jalen Brunson going down, man. Brunson's been down now for the last 9 games. And in those games, man, the Knicks have won 4 and 5 in those games, man. So Knicks are under 500 in those games. Like I said, a couple of those losses have been some embarrassing losses where the Knicks should have won those games, man. Those games should have been won. But like I said, you playing San Antonio, you playing Charlotte, you know what I'm saying? Teams like that is like teams that's not even really playing for what you call it. You know, they just playing out the season. Knicks, like I said, those are gimme games. Those are games that you got to win. You got to come ready to play. You're a professional. That's what you get paid for. This is, this is what you love to do. You know what I'm saying? When you even got like the like your own teammate questioning like some of you guys' heart, man, and like your focus. It's like Josh Hart, man. It's like, he even said it's an embarrassing loss, man. He says a lot of times our energy level is low. I mean, I could see that in the fourth quarter, some of the third quarter, but not when the game started in the first quarter, man. Come on now. I mean, come on. You warming up and all these type of things. You should be excited. You should be amped up. You know what I'm saying? Ready to play, man. You know, the fans are there, ready to support you and all that type of stuff. You got your home crowd there for you. And, sometimes on the road, the Knicks travel well. Knicks fans travel well. So even road games, teams, I mean, the fans are wanting the Knicks, to come out and take it to these other teams, man. And you can see it on the road. When the Knicks are playing good on the road, man, hey, the crowd is into it for the Knicks and stuff like that. I know some other teams are embarrassed of that because the Knicks fans overtake them at their home arena. But, hey, Knicks fans travel for the most part. And like I said, we want a great product out there on the court, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we feel we got a good team this year, like I said. And I know I said in some other times, like, Boston, Cleveland, OKC, these guys been together for some years, man, 4 or 5 years and stuff like that. This Knicks team, man, like I said, for the most part, has been basically like this season. You know what I'm saying? You might have like Mitchell Robinson, McBride, Hart and Brunson left over. But like I said, Brunson been here by a couple of years. Hart been here like a year, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. McBride, a couple of years, Mitchell Robinson, you know what I'm saying? It's like out of 15 guys on the teams, man, there's only like 4 guys left over from the last 3, 4, 5 years, man. So, basically the Knicks gotta, you know what I'm saying, they gotta give them some time and stuff like that. And that's understandable because, like I said, it's a new team and all type of stuff. We have championship aspirations and stuff like that. But what we want to see guys that's going to emulate the city, you know what I'm saying, represent for the city, put on for the city. Knicks, New York City is a blue collar town, blue collar city, whatever you want to call it, the mecca of basketball, everything. Like I said, we expect more from our players. We are hard on our players. We criticize our players when they're not doing what they're supposed to, so we feel like they're not, you know what I'm saying? That's how we are. That's typical New York fans, you know what I'm saying? Everything is going to be in the microwave, you know what I'm saying? We want it now, you know what I'm saying? It got to be this, it got to be that. We ain't waiting on it, you know what I'm saying? We've been waiting for so long. We've been losing for so long. Now we finally got a good product out there. We winning some games and stuff like that, getting in the playoffs now. So like I said, hopefully it carries on and stuff like that, man. But we want to see it from the players. We want to see it. We want to see it across your chest. You know what I'm saying? You put that New York jersey on, you put that NY on. We want to see that. We want to see that pride. We want to see you play like you want to rep the city. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the players are supposed to emulate the city they play for. And New York is a blue collar town, blue collar cities like this. That's what we expect our players to be. And yeah, a couple of seasons ago, we were a grimy, gritty team and stuff like that. But now we more so of I ain't gonna say finesse team, a softer team, but it's like, hey, these guys got to bring that energy level. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You got to bring that energy level, to represent the city and represent the team. Like I said, have some pride, man. And like I said, we are at game 70 in the season, you know what I'm saying? And we still having an energy problem. Like I said, yeah, I know it's towards the end of the season. And, people are like, well, this is a long season. Yeah, it's a long season, but it's been like this at the beginning of the season, the middle of the season, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't been like it's something that's just starting now. It's been at the beginning of the season when the games first started and stuff like that. And yeah, in the beginning, it was chemistry issue because I get it. These guys got to learn how to play with each other. You got like about 2 or 3 new starters in the starting lineups and stuff like that. You got Towns, Bridges, came over this year. Anunoby came over last year, with Brunson and Josh Hart. And like I said, with Josh Hart is in the starting lineup because, like I said, that's what the Knicks have. That's the only thing they got right now. But Josh Hart is really supposed to be coming off the bench and things like that. So in all season, like I said, Knicks going to have to probably look to tweak the lineup and see what they can do to get a starter here because we got to strengthen that bench back. That's one of the most important things is the bench, man. I mean, we've been known for our bench like 3-4 years ago. We had probably the number one bench in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made us deep. That's what made us gritty. And like I said, we was there, man. We was there. But like I said, through these trades, they weakened the team, the depth as far as, like I said, the Towns trade, the Bridges trade, the Anunoby trade and stuff like that. But we just got to get our bearings together and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's all well and good. But at the end of the day, what we really want to see from this team is we want to see that grit. We want to see that energy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no reason why you come out, you know what I'm saying, against San Antonio on the road. You know what I'm saying? You come out, you falling behind. You're not making shots. You're not getting back on defense. You know what I'm saying? You come in with low energy and stuff like that. It's like, and like I said in the last show from the last time, man, it's like, hey, that energy level got to go in all season. Maybe we have to look at the roster again. We have to look at bringing some more guys with some high upside, like some high motor. You know what I'm saying? We got too many low energy guys, too many low motor guys. We got to get some more motor guys on this team. But like I said, that'll come in time. But for right now, this is what we got right now. So going into the playoffs is like, hey, man, we just waiting on Brunson to get back and stuff like that. And that's another thing with Brunson. The Knicks in the reports, the Knicks are gonna, they're gonna bring him back like when he's ready to come back. They're not gonna rush him back. You know what I'm saying? They want him like 100% healthy, which we all know everybody ain't gonna be 100% healthy at this time of year. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather have him like close to 190 something percent. So the Knicks said they don't want him at 90, 95%. They want him at 100%. You're never going to get 100%. But we just going to take him back. Because like I said, at the end of the day, we got to get back that swagger, get this identity back. You know what I'm saying? Brunson to come back, you know what I'm saying, for some more scoring. But as far as the defense, like I said, our defense has been playing pretty well since Mitchell Robinson been back in the lineup. So that helps a lot. But as far as that, the other guys are going to have to step up. Like I said, with Towns is one of like the biggest on defense for us, man. He's like the biggest on defense for us and stuff like that, man. He's been one of the biggest culprits on defense. So gotta get that rectified, man. Like I said, I know it's trades and off season and things like that. So, um, got to get these guys and got to get Karl Anthony Towns, man. Like I said, that's one of the reasons why our defense is struggling, man. With Towns, and a lot of teams noticing that they put him in a lot of pick and rolls, high pick and rolls at the top of the 3-point line because they know he's going to stay back, or if he comes up, they could just go by him and something like that. So that hurts the defense and stuff like that. So teams are using that to generate offense for them for their team and put us in situations. Whereas when Mitchell Robinson is out there in the pick and rolls and stuff like that is great because Mitchell Robinson is really hedging and getting out there, making those guys either go the other way or making it tougher on them, almost like a double team when they come around, the pick and roll, because Mitchell Robinson is moving his feet. He's more active and stuff like that. Like I said, that's what Mitchell does. He's a great defensive player. You can't take that from him. You know what I'm saying? That's always been one of his great attributes is his defense. The only thing with Mitch is just the availability and stuff, the injury and stuff like that. But if Mitchell Robinson is healthy, hey, you already know what it is, man. You already know what it is with Mitch, man. I ain't got to worry about Mitch. Like I said, he is that rim protector. He is that anchor. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he gets those offensive rebounds, give us second chance points, second chance opportunities. That's what you need. That's what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the more rebounds you get, the more offensive rebounds you get, the more points you can put up, the more, get teams in foul trouble. And then on the other end, the more rebounds you get, the less second chance opportunities for the other teams and stuff like that. So, it is what it is, so it goes hand in hand and stuff like that. But like I said, chemistry is one thing. But like I said, as far as the effort level, got to get the effort level up, man. Like I said, all these games, we got 12 games left to go before the playoffs. We got 2 against Cleveland and 1 against Boston. So we got three of those games, and we got the Hawks, Sixers, and we got the Clippers. We actually got the Clippers coming up in two nights and stuff like that. But yeah, these last 12 games, man, we gotta get back on track, man. We gotta get back on track, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the energy level from the start of the game, man. Because a lot of times when we come out with low energy, what happens is we fall behind. Once you start falling behind, you're not making shots, you're not getting back on defense, and that has a trickle effect on everything else. And then you start playing bad, and next thing you know what I'm saying, you're in a hole against a team that you're not even supposed to be in a hole against. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's just one of those things where it's just like, come on now. It's like, I can see, a good team and stuff like that, so they come out with adrenaline, they kick you back, you got to withstand it and stuff like that. And then you make your comeback. But against bad teams and stuff like that, come on, man. You got to come out from the, you got to you got to come with it. You have got to come with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because these are the type of games that are going to, at the end of the season, they're going to come back to bite you. You need these games. They're going to come back to bite you, man. Because like I said, right now we're in the third seed right now, but 4, 5, and 6 right there, they're right behind us, man. They're like 3 games, 4 games, and 5 games behind us. And we don't lost some cushion because, again, losing to teams we're not supposed to be losing to, So it's just like one of those things where just like it can't be, you know what I'm saying? It's just like this. It's like, and Tom Thibodeau, like I said, as a coach, you got to rally these guys and stuff like that. So it is what it is, like I said. And Tibbs, like I said, man, is one of those type of coaches. Like I said, he's a veteran coach. He's supposed to be on his grind and stuff like that, and he's supposed to be talking to these guys and stuff like that. So it's just like, I don't see him like getting into these guys and really like motivating these guys and, like I said, chastising these guys and things like that. He just let them come to the sideline and just like whatever, they give a lackluster effort out there and on the court and stuff like that. He just brings them to the sideline and says nothing. And I'm like, come on, man. I was like, yo, come on. You got to coach better. Like I said, if you see a guy starting out with no energy, not giving effort on defense, yank him out the game. Sit him on the bench, man. Sit him on the bench. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I'm like, come on now. And it's like, and I mean, come on. like I said, these 5 games that Brunson was being out with against let me see who was Charlotte, San Antonio, Washington, and then we got Dallas tomorrow and the Clippers. These are like those 4 games. The Knicks could have won these 4 games. Right now, they only got 1 win. They don't lost 2 of these games already. So it's just like crazy, man. It's like, yo, these are the type of games that you be looking forward to and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, here it comes where it's like, I'm like, okay, Brunson's out. Like these are the type of games like, hey, we can start getting the other bench guys in there and see what we got and like, what I'm saying, put forth an effort and let's get this dub, let's get this win. And next thing you know, it's like next you know, it's like, here we go again. It's like this against sorry teams up against, I ain't gonna say something about bad teams. It's like, come on, bro. We're trying to win games. Okay. Yeah, Brunson's not here, but that's not an excuse, though. That's not an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to play. I'm looking at some of the games and I'm looking at like half-hearted defensive effort, no defense being played, and especially back in transition on offense. I mean, on defense, teams are getting easy, fast break points on us like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, come on, guy. I was like, come on, man. You got to bring it, man. You have got to bring it. You know what I'm saying? You got to bring it. You know what I'm saying? It's like at the end of the day, it's like right now we're 44-26. You know what I'm saying? 18 games above 500. We're in the 3rd spot, but like I said, we could easily be in the 4th or the 5th spot depending on what happens these last 12 games of the season, man. Because of the way the Knicks are playing, it's like um, Towns, like I said, Towns is good on offense. I ain't got no problem on the offensive end. Like I said, and I know a lot of people say like, he complains too much on the offensive end about being fouled, and he is being fouled a lot and mugged a lot with no call. Sometimes, what I'm saying, he's just like, I'm looking again. I'll be screaming at teams like, how's that not a foul? You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? How the NBA referee and stuff like that. Everybody can say that about their team. The referees. How they don't against their teams and stuff like that. So. But like I said, when it's your team, of course you're gonna have a bias because you watch the game, so you see what's going on and things like that. So it's all good. But like I said, with that, it's like Towns, yeah, not a problem on offense too much, but it's the defensive stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like the one of the main culprits. I know Brunson is a culprit too, but Brunson is out now. But those two on defense, their main culprits and stuff like that. Got to play much better on the defensive end. Got to get after it, man. But like I said, as far as the energy level, man, we need energy from, like I said, Mikal Bridges, OG and Anobi, Cameron Payne. When these guys are coming in, Deuce is starting to get up. You know what I'm saying? But Deuce he's out too. He's out for the next couple of games. He's not playing tomorrow either. But like I said, these guys got to pick up their pace, got to pick up the energy level. From the start of the game, I want to see these guys coming out with some high energy, high motor, like I said, and want to compete. Because a lot of times, like I said, they're coming out low energy, not competing and stuff like that. And sometimes you can already see it. You can already see it, but like, oh, it's not going to be a good night tonight. Not going to be a good night tonight. And it's like, why? You know what I'm saying? We're not playing like OKC. We're not playing like, Memphis. We're not playing this team is like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? This was a game that was like, oh, man, this one is going to be in the W. If the Knicks, like I said, the Knicks play the way they're supposed to play. But that's not always the case. And like I said, man, got to come with some energy, man. Got to pick up the pace. Like I said, I've been seeing this all season long. Is to me is an Achilles heels of this team, man. Like I said, especially in big games on national TV, they come out the same way on national TV. They come out with low energy, with nothing else. It's like, bro, the game is on national TV. It's like everybody's watching this game. They're pumped up. How can you come out here and you're just like looking like lackadaisical out there on the court, say with no purpose out there and stuff like that, not into the flow of the game and stuff like that? It's like, bro, you got to come on. You got to come with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's like I said, that's why we're like 0-7 or 0-6 or 0-7 against like the top teams, because like I said, we come out with low energy and before we know it, we're 20 points in the hole. Next and we're at 30 point, and then the game is really out of hand right then because they're hitting all their shots because we're coming out with low energy. We're not hitting shots. And then on top of that, when you don't hit shots, then it trickles down. Now you're not playing good defense. You're not getting back. You're not communicating and all those type of things. And that's what I'm saying. With a veteran coach like Tom Thibodeau, a hard-nosed coach, you expect him to call a timeout and rip into his players. It's like, yo, to wake them up. What's going on? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, let's go. I don't see none of that on the sidelines and stuff like that. And when you, like I said, when you don't correct the problem right then and there, it's going to continue to happen. It's going to keep on happening. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, got to pick up that energy level, man. Tomorrow night they play The next two games is going to be at home against Dallas and the Clippers. So and the Mavericks are kind of decimated with injuries and stuff like that. So and here's another game again where you think is like, hey, this is a game that the Knicks should have and stuff like that, but it's not always the case no more. Then they play the Clippers the Wednesday the following night on a back to back. You know, they already lost the Clippers like last week in LA and stuff like that by 10, 105-95. So hopefully they can return the favor, get that dub against the Clippers and a dub against the Mavs. Because like I said, this 5 game stretch right here to me was supposed to be like a 4-1 or even 5-0 or something like that. But it's not turning out right now. Right now, they're 1-2 on this 5 game stretch. Play the Mavs tomorrow. If they win that, they'll tie it up 2-2, and then they play the Clippers, and they could be 3-2. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I could take solace in the 3-2 because at the end of the day, you gotta finish strong going to the finish line because, like I said, the Pacers are right behind you, the Bucks are right behind you, the Pistons are right behind you, and all this have playoff implications, man. Because if you finish third, you're going to play the 6th seed. If you finish fourth, you're going to play the 5th seed. But if you fall down to 6th, then now you're going to play the 3rd seed, and you won't have home court advantage. Because once you're in the 3rd spot, you're going to get the home court advantage. The 4th spot, you get the home court advantage. But the 5th spot, that's when you start going. You're going to be traveling on the road and stuff like that. And like I said, Brunson will be reevaluated towards the end of this week. So hopefully they'll see what's, what I'm saying. They say he is doing some workouts, some activities and things like that. So those are all good signs and stuff like that. And like I said, before he returns, they want to make sure like he is, ready to go and stuff like that with no setbacks and things like that, which is, that's what you want to see. That's what you know what I'm saying? So we're going to need Brunson back, a healthy Brunson back for the playoff run, because like I said, the playoff is the most important thing. The regular season is great, but like I said, the playoff is where you want to make your mark at and stuff like that, because you can have a great regular season and flame out in the playoffs, and then it's a wasted season. It's a disappointing season. You don't want that. So like I said, man, in the regular season, like I said, let's finish it out strong. And then, like I said, also in the playoffs, let's make some noise, man. But like I said, in order to make some noise, the Knicks gonna have to pick up the energy level from start to finish, man. There's 48 minutes in an NBA game. You can't be playing like 15 minutes of inspired basketball and 33 minutes of dead basketball. You can't do that. Now, if you're playing 33 minutes of inspired basketball, 40 minutes, okay, I can understand that. And that's what you're going to have to do. You know what I'm saying? And I know these stars have been playing a lot of minutes, like we've been talking about. They're playing a lot of minutes in the beginning of the season and stuff like that. Even in blowout wins and the blowout losses, they still got the starters in. It's like, yo, take these guys out. Let these other guys play. That's been, like I said, that's been the thing with Tibbs, man. It's like, bro, he'd be stubborn to a fault. But like I said, at the end of the day, it hurts your team. While these other top teams are keeping their guys fresh for the playoff run, we're wearing ours down by playing them all these minutes. And I know people say, man, well, you look at it, they're averaging about the same. Nah, not really, man. Some of those things are misleading. Those stats are misleading. You know what I'm saying? Because when you watch the game for yourself and you watch these other teams, they play their bench a lot. Their bench plays a lot of minutes. Their bench actually produces and stuff like that, allowing their starters to take a rest. And like I said, they probably play like out of 48 minutes, they can play like 30 minutes if they really wanted to, 29 minutes and things like that, and get good production from their bench, because these top teams have benches, because like I said, they've been together for 4 or 5 years, so they've been adding some pieces and stuff like that and building up their team and stuff like that. Yeah, which is that's what that's what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I said, we just got to bring it, man. Like I said, it's one thing to get into the playoffs with Brunson back, healthy, but it's another thing for us to bring it at the beginning of games, because like I said, a lot of our stuff, struggles and things like that in games that we're losing is because of how we start in games. We're starting with too low of an energy, and like I said, we're falling behind and stuff like that, instead of coming with some energy from the very beginning to make the game very interesting and make it a competitive game throughout. Because like I said, a lot of times the Knicks are using a lot of energy to come from behind from big leads and stuff like that, big deficits. And that's where they get in trouble, because like I said, they fall behind because they wasn't, playing with some energy, and they was giving away free baskets, easy baskets, not getting back on defense, poor miscommunications on defense and things like that. So they got to bring the energy level. Like I said, Josh Hart, like I said, energy, Mitchell Robinson, energy, Deuce McBride was saying energy, and that's basically about it, man. A lot of the guys on this team don't play with that energy. They play with low energy, man. Towns he plays with somewhat, but is a low energy. Mikal Bridges, we all know, a low energy guy. Anunoby, to me, I see he plays a little low energy too and stuff like that. Um, Brunson, like I said, Brunson has always been like a steady player or something like that. So he's not going to be always like, speedy fast, like on every play on defense or offense. He's just been like one speed and that's about it. You know what I'm saying? So he's not like a how can I say, like one of those like a Ish Smith. You remember Ish Smith from some years ago? Ish Smith was a fast, speedy point guard that pushes the pace. I mean, nonstop. He was putting the pressure on the defense nonstop. He was like a one man fast break. Whenever he gets the ball, he's ready. He's out there running. We don't have like somebody like that, like like to push the pace with these guys. We're more of a slower tempo team. Like I said in the past, we got to pick up the tempo, got to pick up this pace, man. You're not going to beat these good teams who are playing with a slow down pace and stuff like that. These guys are running, they're going to run you out the gym like they've been doing because, like I said, they're scoring on you from the starters, then they bring in the bench in, and then the bench is killing you. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. The bench, like I said, I mean, our starters, like I said, our starters account for probably about 90 something percent of our scoring, man. That's not a balance. That's not good. Most of the good teams, like I said, they might account for 65% of their, production and stuff like that. We're like at 90 some percent. It's like our starters, all five of our starters could be in double figures. You know what I'm saying? But then you look at the bench. We might get like 12 points off the bench. We might get 15. We might get 8 points off the bench in a game. I mean, how can you? It's like that don't make no sense. But all of it goes back to guys not getting enough playing time, things like that, and the minutes is spotty. You don't know what's going on with the minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's not consistent. That's the thing. It's not consistent. You might play like 12 minutes this game. You might play 19 minutes the next game. You might play 7 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That's not enough to make it consistent for you to get in a rhythm and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if the starters are not injured or they're not in foul trouble, most of the time he keeps those guys in for the majority of the time and stuff like that. But like I said, if you would play more guys off the bench, maybe the starters could play with more energy to knowing like, hey, I could just go all out and stuff like that and then see, what happens. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got somebody to come in to spell me and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's the thing that, what I'm saying, they might have to work on and stuff like that. But like I said, I would have thought they would have worked on that earlier in the season. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, coming to the playoffs right now, you got to know all these things. You got to know this thing, man. It can't be like, you just learn on the fly, you experiment. You got to know this stuff. You got to know it, man. You got to come with it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that energy level got to be pick up, man. It got to pick up. Like I said, a lot of people could watch Knicks games and see like, yo, these guys are playing slow. These guys ain't playing with no energy. They ain't playing with no pace, no nothing and stuff like that. They not really contenders and stuff like that compared to them other contenders and stuff like that. I'm like, what I'm saying, got a lot of question marks, but like I said, it's up to the guys. Yeah, the coach could coach some of these guys, can talk them into some things, but it got to come from the players too. The players got to really bring it because, like I said, they're the ones who set the tone on the team. Like as far as the game, how you going to come out of the game? How you going to start? You know what I'm saying? Moving the ball around. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, we can't keep the ball on one side of the court, or we can't just run the shot clock down and then take a bad shot. We got to keep moving that ball. Guys got to move on offense, and that's another thing with the offense. It's like, yo, don't know it's a read and react offense, man. It's not no flex offense, no motion offense. You know what I'm saying? Guys are constantly moving, or calling the play. I don't even see them hardly calling set plays on, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing. And that's why it works so much for those other teams like San Antonio back in days. Like, yo, they could sit like 3 starters out and they could still win games because they ran a system. Guys was coming in the system, calling plays, doing things like that and running plays. But when you run like ISO ball or read and react, that ain't going to cut it. Because if you don't have a main guy who can penetrate and create for himself, create for others and stuff like that, it's not going to work. So it's more of an ISO ball. Teams, like I said, they could shut that down real quick, and that's why the Knicks be struggling to get shots off. Because like I said, they don't give the ball to Towns or, a Brunson and, say Bridges, but it's like this. It's like their offense bogs down and struggle because they don't run plays. Like I said, their offense is a read and react. That's what Tom Thibodeau runs. Like I said, read and react of what? You know what I'm saying? And you see guys on there like standing in the corner. They pass the ball around the horn, 3-point horn. Nobody's cutting to the free throw line. Nobody's cutting. You might see some guys coming back door here and there. Mikal Bridges do a lot. He cuts back door a lot, but a lot of teams should be doing that. I see them when they're at the top of the 3-point line. Teams are playing the zone. Somebody got to flash in the middle, got to flash in that paint, got to flash in the paint, man, to break that zone down. Got to flash. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be standing on the perimeter passing the ball around the horn. You know what I'm saying? Got to bring it, man. You got to play that stuff. Like I said, man, these next 12 games, like I said, the Knicks, like I said, if they could finish like 7-5, 7-5, it depends if Brunson. I don't even know if he's gonna be back for the regular season. Even though they said he may, probably sometime next week or next week or probably the week after. But hey, Knicks got to bring it, man. Got to close out strong. If you go 9-3 closing out, man, I'll be happy as heck, man. You know what I'm saying? If you can close out 9-3, but like I said, we got two with Cleveland, one with Boston, one with Phoenix. I think we got a couple of games with Brooklyn, Detroit. I know we got the Clippers and the Mavs and the Sixers and the Hawks. You know what I'm saying? So some of those games are winnable games, like I said, but they're not. They on paper it looks like gimme games, but the way the Knicks been playing, it hasn't been like that. So Knicks really got to bring it, man. So like I said, first is the energy level, man. That energy level has to pick up. You know what I'm saying? In this little 12-game sample without Brunson, everybody, other players got to step up. This is your opportunity to step up now. And this is your, chance to show us what you can do. If we can depend on you and stuff like that, if you're going to be a consistent contributor. That's the whole thing. Consistent contributor, man. That's what we need. We need somebody that's going to be a consistent contributor. You know what I'm saying? So that was like for the energy level guys, man. Where's the energy at and stuff like that, man? Like I said, got to pick up that energy, man. Got to pick up that energy, because like I said, if you don't pick up that energy, what's happening is you're going to see the same thing happening over and over again when we're playing against these teams that we're supposed to be really beating on or getting a dub on. You know what I'm saying? Got to get these dubs, man. You know what I'm saying? Can't be like giving these games away. Can't be giving these games away, man. And so that's it for that. The next thing I want to talk about are players underperforming. Like I said, man, with Brunson being out and things like that, man, other guys have got to step up. Guys have got to step up. You know what I'm saying? Step up in this time right now. The Knicks need that. They looking for anybody other than Karl Anthony Towns, probably Mikal Bridges, OJ, and nobody's like, hey, Landry Shamet, Cameron Payne is like, you know what I'm saying? Precious Achiuwa. I mean, sometimes with Precious, man, I'm just like, where is this guy at or what's going on with him and stuff like that. You have a golden opportunity to make a splash and make a thing. And then, I was like, yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on now. It's like, you're supposed to be out there performing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm looking at, like I said, Towns, great performer. Like I said, man, as far as on the offensive end, not so much on the defensive end. And like I said, I don't know, like I said, watching Minnesota and stuff like that, but I know, like I said, right now he's playing through an injury, which a lot of players are playing through an injury. So it's almost like he hobbles up and down the court. So, and like I said, teams will take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Guy who's playing through injuries and stuff like that. He has bad knees right now and stuff like that, playing with a finger issue and stuff like that. I know because he tapes his fingers up and stuff like that. So I don't know if he had to have surgery on that in the offseason, but the knee probably going to have to in the offseason. But like I said, guys are playing through injuries, so you got to give him a little credit for that and stuff like that, man. Like I said, throughout the season with Mikal Bridges, like I said, I know he averages like 17 points and things like that. But where I think he underperforms at is on the rebounding. You know what I'm saying? Got to get more rebound. I know the last game he had 6 rebounds. But for the majority of the times, like I see in games, man, he had 1 rebound, 2 rebounds in 40 minutes. Like I said, bro, you're a starter. You're playing 40 minutes. You got to get at least about 7 rebounds a game. 7 rebounds a game is not, you know what I'm saying, not hard with a lot of bricks out there that both teams are shooting. They're shooting bricks out there. So it's like you're going to get a lot of opportunities to get rebounds and things like that. So you should be getting rebounds. And I don't watch games, and I know people don't see games where they'd be like, he's not even making an effort to get a rebound. Rebound come right over there by him, not even making an effort. It's like, bro, you got to get the rebound. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and what happens when he don't get the rebound? Second chance opportunity. Now the Knicks got to play 14 more seconds of defense, and they're going to end up fouling somebody, or the teams make the shots and you get a 3-point shot. Now, like I said, that could have been 3 points or 2 points off the board, but you didn't get the rebound. So now the other team gets the opportunity. And like I said, these teams they're winning these 50-50 ball. They're going after the ball because they want to win these games. And the Knicks, like I said, they just looking at us like, okay, well, do what you want to do and stuff like that. And I'm just like, come on, bro, go get that rebound. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, for the most part, like I said, with Bridges, like I said, his scoring it surprised me a little bit. Like I said, he's scoring. I didn't think he could score the way he's been scoring, but he's falling a little too, like I said, he's falling a little too much in love with his fadeaway jump shots and things like that. It's like, I would think like if you would square up to the basket and go to the basket stronger, you know what I'm saying, you'll get fouls and you know what I'm saying, and you'll make more, you know what I'm saying, you'll make more scores and more points like that. But when you fade away, most of the time you're not going to get the foul call because you're fading away and stuff like that. So you're bailing out the defender. So, you know what I'm saying, is like, and what happened when you fade away? That's another reason why you can't get rebounds. You're fading away on your shots. So when the ball comes off, it's like you're not even in position to get that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like I can't even. I can't. I'm like, bro, what are you doing out there? It's like, yo, we need you to play like you want to play. Play with some confidence. Play strong. That's what I'm saying. Play strong, man. Play with some aggression. You know what I'm saying? And pick up your pace. Pick up your speed. You're a lanky player, a long player. Lanky player's like, hey, you could be causing a lot of havoc out there with your length. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to make it difficult for the other teams. You getting in, getting loose balls, getting, things like that, and steals and deflections and things like that. That's what I want to see. But like I said, you're a defensive player. And like I said, rebounding, deflections, all these things, that's part of defense. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not doing those things, then you're not really helping out on defense and you're not slowing nobody down. Because like I said, if you ain't getting rebounds, you're supposed to be getting steals, deflections, and making it difficult for guys to score. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I know there's a lot of pick and rolls and stuff like that. But yeah, sometimes when you're playing one-on-one with a guy or something like that, you got to be out there making it much tougher for this guy. You got to do those type of things, man. It's like, come on now. They're like, players are watching you out there on the court. And I know these guys, like I said, when they do film sessions in there with the team, I was like, come on, guys got to be called out, man. Because we as fans watch the game, we see the effort level on there. We're like, come on, man, look at that, man. He could have got that rebound. Or look at that. He let that dude just score. He didn't even like make an effort to like stop anybody coming down the lane. It's like, and I know they see those type of things. But like I said, me personally, like I said, if I'm on a team like that and I see guys not giving half the effort, I'm calling them guys out. And like I said, I'm gonna have a problem with them. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, because that tells me you got an ego. Like I said, you got like another agenda or something like that, like your own hidden agenda or something like that. You're not really leaving it all out there on the court. It's like, bro, you got that NY, that New York across your chest. You better play like it. You better pick up, say play for your pride for the city. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to come with it, man. Like I said, that's a blue collar city, blue collar town, and all that type of stuff. That's what we demand. That's what we deserve. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to watch. We don't watch somebody out there just BSing out there or something like that on the court, man. You know what I'm saying? Bring it, man. You know what I'm saying? Plus, man, I know what Knicks fans is gonna get us like, yo. Plus, dude's like, yo, we spent 5 first-round picks on you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, people are pissed off about that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is what we spent 5 first-round picks on a guy like this. You know what I'm saying? You got to give more effort than that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and like I always see saying, RJ Barrett was here. RJ Barrett, even though, like I said, bad shooting nights, I was like, but RJ Barrett, you can always count him for 20 points and like 7 rebounds, like mostly every game, like automatic, like clockwork. Rebounding was never a problem for him. He always rebounded. And that's what I'm saying. Rebounding it's only heart, determination, and hustle. That's all it is, and effort. You know what I'm saying? Even Josh Hart said it's like, yo, that's all rebounding is. There ain't no scheme or no special things that you know how to, train to do or something like that. That's all it is. It's heart, determination, hustle, and effort. That's all it is. Go out there and do it. And like I said, a lot of times with all them missed shots out there, you're going to get a lot of opportunities to get rebounds. It ain't like the other team is like, automatic and shooting like 80-something% for the whole game. These teams are shooting 40%. They missing like 50, 60 shots. It's like, how come you're not getting like 9 rebounds? I see Towns getting like about 16 rebounds, 18 rebounds. Josh Hart gets like 12, 14 rebounds. I'm like, and he's a smaller player, and he goes in there and get the ball because you see him, he goes get the ball. You guys don't go for the ball. You don't go get the ball. You're looking at the rebound. You're looking for somebody to get the rebound for you. I'm like, bro, go get the ball. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? It's a missed shot. And like I said, I think it's just me. It's just like, anybody who play basketball knows, like you said, when you're out there, like I always say, you play basketball, man, on the court, you play like every man for themselves at 21. Hey, if you don't get the rebound, you're not scoring. You know what I'm saying? You're not scoring. You got to go get the rebound. If you don't get the rebound, you're going to lose a game. You're going to lose a game all the time. If you don't get no rebounds, nobody going to get a rebound and give you the ball and be like, hey, here you go. So you got to go get the ball. So at a young age, you learn from that. And I'm pretty sure every NBA player don't play 21 and every man for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's already etched in your mind. Is go get the rebound. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, and a lost start in basketball is boxing out. I don't see too many people boxing out. That's another thing. That's why they don't get some guys don't get, they don't box out. You know what I'm saying? They just looking up at the rim and watching the ball come off, and they looking like this. They're not anticipating it. You got to anticipate, go get the ball, see where it's going to come off at, and go get it. You know what I'm saying? You got to go get it. Yeah, what's good, Tyron Hall, man? Thanks for tapping in. Our rooks need more runs. Tibbs need to ease up, or he'll lose a gig. Yeah, yeah, man. Like I said, Tyler Kohler came in the other night, man. Like I said, this guy should have been playing a lot more during the season. Kolek should have been playing. Pakum Dadia needs to play too. Play the guy, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why he doesn't play. Ariel Hukporti, for the longest, he wasn't playing. He'll play sparingly here and there and all stuff. So the rookies that the Knicks got, these guys can play, man. You know what I'm saying? They just need more playing time. If they weren't any like those contender teams, they would be playing because those teams play their rookies. They don't care about, you know what I'm saying? They on the roster. They playing those guys. You know what I'm saying? Because they understand they're going to need those guys at the end of the season, you know, later in the season. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a long season. They understand that they want to keep their guys fresh, their starters fresh. And if they can get like 40 points off the bench from these guys and things like that, that's what they're going to do. But for us, for the Knicks, it's like we're just like we're so used to just the starters. All we banking on is the starters and stuff like that. Like I said, we want to get everything from the starters. Like, bro, you can't do that. It's a long season. It's 82 games in a season. You know what I'm saying? You can't be having to show in your rotation 8 players, like playing only 3 players off the bench at the beginning of the season. Where they do that at? You know what I'm saying? Other teams are playing 5 guys off the bench, 6 guys off the bench. We're playing 3. You know what I'm saying? Like as if we're in playoff mode, like in the beginning of the season already, like we're shortening our bench already. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you running these guys into the ground. Now towards the end of the season, a lot of these guys are hurt, you know what I'm saying? But not to say every team gonna have guys nicked up because it's a long season. But your guys, like I said, and they got on that mileage. They're getting that mileage on their legs, man, because you're not trusting like the young guys or the bench players and stuff like that, which you are supposed to be trusting these guys so that way they can keep your starters fresh. And the other thing is just substitution patterns. In the third quarter, it's almost like you play the starters like the whole third quarter. Then the fourth quarter, it depends on how the game is. I mean, we might have a 17-point lead, and you still have the starters in the third quarter. Like I said, it's like, yo, start taking some of these guys out to get them fresh for the fourth quarter. And then you keep them in the game. Then the other teams start making a run. Now they're down like 4 points and 3 points, and then you can't pull the starters out. Now these guys got to play the whole fourth quarter because you didn't take them out when we had a big lead. You know, you're so worried about this is like, bro, you got to change your habits, bro. Like I said, especially when we play the good teams. The good teams don't care if they down 15 points. They just gonna put their bench in because they know the bench gonna either give some chip to lead away or give them some positive minutes. And then when the starters come back in, they fresh and then they really get come at us. You know what I'm saying? That's what us. We got to get in that mentality. Like I said, Tibbs got to get in that mentality, man. It's like, bro, I got to keep my starters fresh because I know, like I said, it's going to come to the game where it's like, yo, this is the pivotal point of the game where these guys going to come in and really pick up the pace and stuff like that. And, and most of the times we lose games at the end because the starters are gassed. They don't play most of the third quarter and mostly all the fourth quarter. So by the end, like the last 4 minutes of the game is like the starters are like really like kind of tired. And the other teams, man, they fresh. You know what I'm saying? So eventually they're going to win the game because they're going to make more shots. They're not going to have the tired legs, you know what I'm saying? And they're going to be getting all the loose balls and, making shots. So that's the thing, you know what I'm saying, with Tibbs and you guys. But like I said, players underperform, like I said, Mikal, like I said, early in the season. I mean, even though he's scoring some points, but I could feel like he was underperforming on, like I said, on the defensive end with the rebounding and things like that, getting steals and things like that can help out. OG Anunoby, like I said, OG Anunoby has been like off and on. Like I said, he's been good this season, but like I said, I felt like he's been underperforming a little bit too, as far as on the defensive end too. Because just like Mikal, he wasn't getting rebounds either. Between him and Mikal, those are your two forwards, and these guys are averaging like 4 rebounds between both of them. Even though the stats will show you like they averaging like 7 or 8 rebounds between both of them, which is not true. Because like I said, I don't seen a lot of games where them guys getting 1 rebound, 2 rebounds, or 3 rebounds, and that's it in a whole game. So I'm like, I don't know where these stats are saying like they averaging this and 4 rebounds or 5 rebounds a game. But like I said, I know Josh Hart should be averaging like about 11 rebounds a game. Towns is another double-double. He was averaging 13 rebounds. It's like, yo, when there's a lot of rebounds and a lot of missed shots, you got to be out there. You got to be out there helping your team. That's what I'm saying. You got to sacrifice for your team. You got to sacrifice for the team. It's like, it's not all about you, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a team effort. That's what basketball is a team effort. It's not an individual effort. So if you see a guy out there hustling, you see Towns, you see Hart out there getting rebounds, dive on the floor, go get the ball. The ball going out of bounds, save it, get that rebound. You know what I'm saying? free throw miss, go get that rebound. Something is like, yo, get the rebound. That's the whole thing. Get the rebound. And like I said, between Bridges and Anunoby, if them guys can get 8 rebounds apiece every game, bro, we'll be good, man. It'll shave off a lot of these points on against the other from the other team. Shave off points, keep people out of foul trouble and stuff like that, man. But like I said, I need to see that because guess what? In the playoffs, you're definitely going to need these guys to rebound because you play these other teams and you're not getting rebounded or you're getting out rebounded, you're going to lose in the playoffs. Because like I said, these teams are going to perform. They're going to come out and like I said, they're going to try to run it on the Knicks. They're going to try to pick up the pace and pick up the tempo. The Knicks going to have to match that. You're going to have to match that in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the main thing, like I said, rebounding. The Knicks got to get better with the rebound with these other guys and also getting back in transition on defense. Can't keep giving up these fast break points to these other teams, man. You got to get back on D. You got to get back. You got to hustle back on defense. You can't be hot dogging it out there on the court, getting back on defense. Can't be jogging back up court on defense. You got to sprint. You got to sprint back to stop the other team from scoring. You got to make them harder for these. Like I said, stop giving these other teams easy bunnies and all these points and stuff like that. Why they making you work for it on the other side of the court? It doesn't. I never saw like, you know what I'm saying? That never really registered me like how you can let these other teams get some easy points and they making you work for your shots and you're not making them work for their shots. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, come on now. But like I said, between Bridges and Anunoby, you gotta pick up the defensive on the defensive end, man. Got to get rebounds and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, you're gonna be playing against the top wings in the playoffs and during the regular season. Tatum, Brown, you know, Donovan Mitchell, all the top scorers and stuff like that. You know, Giannis, all these type of dudes. Like, bro, you gotta bring it, man. Yeah, you're not gonna shut these dudes down, but I want you to slow these guys down. That's the whole thing. If you can't even like get rebounds and slow these guys down, that's not gonna help us. You know what I'm saying? If these guys scoring 30 points on us, 40 points on us, we're not gonna win. It's gonna be a disappointing series. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out there. You got to pick up your energy level to play the defense. You got to get over these screens, fight through the screens. Got to get around these screens and make it tough for these guys. Like I said, contest these shots, man. Get in there. Like I said, I don't see no open shots. Contest those shots. The ball come off on the rebound. Go get the rebound. Go and get the rebound. That's what I'm saying. Help out your team. Like I said, rebounding is a hard hustle effort and determination. That's all it is, man. It's not, like I said, it ain't nothing special or extra on what you do and stuff like that. Rebounding comes natural. It ain't something, like I said, you ain't got to run no scheme to get a rebound. You ain't got to be trained to get rebound. Just go and get the ball. That's all I'm saying. Because like I said, the teams that get out rebounded in the playoffs or get outworked are the teams that's going to lose. That's what happens. So like I said, with Tibbs, it's like, hey, you need to get on these guys, get those rebounds, get those hustle plays and stuff like that. Because like I said, in the playoffs, we're going to need that. Like I said, I could count on Mitchell Robinson. I could count on Towns and Josh Hart to get rebounds. Everybody else got, even Deuce be getting rebounds off the bench. Everybody else got to get rebounds. Cameron Payne, Landry Shamet, you know what I'm saying? Precious Achiuwa. You know, Precious Achiuwa gets his rebound, but like I said, I like to see him. And that's another guy, Precious Achiuwa. Got to start playing better, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like his performance has been up and down. It's like an inconsistent performance, up and down, up and down. It's like, bro, we need you to play big, man. We need you to go get those rebounds, hustle. You know what I'm saying? I don't see times in the game where he's in the game and we getting out rebounded by guys shorter than him and stuff like that. It's like, you got to box out. You got to go get the rebound. Go get the ball. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you trying to earn more minutes playing and stuff like that. You know, perform. That's what I'm saying. You got to perform. You got to pick up your production. You know what I'm saying? So last year, like I said, it was a stretch last year where Precious Achiuwa, I was like, oh my God, this dude is great, man. And he's getting double doubles, and you know what I'm saying, he was like really performing out there. But like I said, this season it hasn't really been like that. You know, he might get a game here and there, but for the most part, he's been underwhelming and stuff like that. So hey, I don't even know, like I said, at the end of the season, and most likely they ain't gonna bring him back, man. But while he's here, you know, we need him to step up and help out. You know what I'm saying? So he got to pick up his performance. Landry Shamet, and I know Landry Shamet, I think, is playing with a shoulder injury. You know what I'm saying? Because he put off the surgery, you know, to play through it for the season. So that's going to be a nagging injury all throughout. Because like I said, he's a shooter, he's a scorer. So like this is, and that's probably going to affect his shooting and stuff like that. But whatever he can give us, man, just give it to us. Like I said, just help out on the defensive end and stuff like that. And like I said, a lot of wide open shots. Got to make some of those shots, man. If you wide open, high percentage shots, I need you to make those. We're gonna need those in the playoffs because at the end of the day, hey, the guys who step up in the playoffs, like I said, and teams that can score, they're gonna win. They're gonna win those games. We can't be, like I said, underperforming. Shots are there. You got to make those shots. Got to take advantage of the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? The starters are going to be, under pressure. They're going to do their thing and stuff like that, but they need a bench to pick up the, you know, to pick up the pay and pick up the thing for them and stuff like that to help them out. Because like I said, if we can get like 30 points off the bench per game and stuff like that, that'll be tremendous. It'll help out greatly compared to like now we get like 15, 12, 18, things like that. That's some games is like 10 or 11 points or something like that. I was like, yo, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So the bench guys got to pick up their production. And like I said, a lot of it is because, like I said, is a thin bench. But for the most part, the guys who come in is like, hey, we just need you to perform, step up, say to help these guys out. And like I said, in the offseason, they're going to tweak their rosters and stuff like that. For right now, we got to go with what we have. You know what I'm saying? Josh Hart, like I said, for the most part, like I said, he should be coming off the bench. And so he's a starter. But like I said, Josh Hart has been one of the guys this season, has been one of the great performers and consistent performers and stuff like that. He might have a game here, like I said, that one game where he didn't score no points, which is kind of rare. But like I said, you can always count on Josh Hart for rebounds. Even if he's not scoring, he's going to get rebounds, assists. He's like those a gadget player, do everything, same type of player, a glue guy. So, hey, Josh Hart, like I said, I tip my cap off to Josh Hart this season. Like I said, he's played real well this season. In some games that he might not have played, but for the most part, he's been one of the more consistent players on our team. So he's one of, like I say, he doesn't underperform at all. You know what I'm saying? He brings the energy. He's probably our most energetic player out there. You know what I'm saying? If we need a rebound, we need something, he'll make the play happen and stuff like that. So I'm happy with Josh Hart this season and stuff like that, man. Like I said, Jalen Brunson, what else can you say about Brunson? He's like the engine for our team and stuff like that. The only thing on him is just like, the defensive end. But like I said, for the most part, teams have, put like longer players on Brunson to wear him down, or, play physical with him in the foul, tire him out, wear him out and stuff like that. And Brunson's been there performing and stuff like that. So, with him, it's not what the defense is doing. It's just him, like he missed shots in here and there and stuff like that. But for the most part, Brunson is going to be on this game. So I don't worry about him. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Off the bench, Shamit, Cameron Payne. Like I said, Cameron Payne, that's another guy. You got to make them shots, some 3-point shots. You know what I'm saying? You're going to come in, you're going to let it fly and things like that. Hey, let it fly. But like I said, I need you to make those shots, man. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, he's been okay. You know what I'm saying? Can he do better? Yeah, he can do better. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to need that from the bench, especially in the playoff. He's a vet. You know what I'm saying? We're going to need him to be a consistent vet. You know what I'm saying? One of those guys who could talk these guys on the bench and stuff like that, because we're going to need that in the playoffs. Is like, guys going to have to perform. And if a guy's struggling, he's lost his confidence, he could talk to him, getting back in there. It's like, hey, man, keep shooting the ball. I'm coming back to you and stuff like that. Motivate him, things like that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, for the main power, Cameron Payne, 3-point shooting, that's his thing. Or he comes in the lane, gets his floater in there. Hey, that's what it needs. Get that floater. As long as you're making them baskets, that's all that matters, man. So, hey, man, like I said, players underperforming. Yeah, there's some players that I feel that's been underperforming, but for the most part, like I said, some guys have been performing throughout the season, man. But like I said, in the playoffs, the guys who are been inconsistent, we really going to need those guys to be consistent in the playoffs. Got to be consistent. Got to be consistent, man. Got to be consistent in the playoffs. We're going to need that. Like I said, Brunson will be there. I don't know how healthy he's going to be, even though they say he's going to be 100%. But, hey, we can't put all the pressure on Brunson, Towns. Everybody has a collective effort. Everybody got to help out, man. Everybody got to step up their play for this team to be successful, man. You know what I'm saying? So, with the Knicks, man, hey, kudos to these guys, man. Got to get in. Even though, like I said, Knicks this season 44-26 right now, 18 games above 500 with 12 more games left to go. If we can finish this stretch either 8-4, 9-3, 7-5, okay, but 8-4 and 9-3 would be great. They ain't gonna win all these games, like I said, especially with Brunson not playing. So we gotta take every game one game at a time. Like I said, tomorrow we play the Mavericks, and then the following night we play the Clippers. So those are 2 games right there at the Garden that the Knicks got to, you know what I'm saying, try to get both of those games. Like I said, bring the energy level, try to get those dub, man, and then we just go from there. I'm not gonna do the game tomorrow night. I will definitely do the Clippers game on Wednesday night at 7:30. I believe against the Clippers. So I'll be back on here, you know, doing that game. But like I said, Mondays, man, is just for hanging out, man, talking your talk, man. You know, Knicks, whatever you want to say, man. And you come in the chat, man. Make sure you leave your comment, man. So, yeah, like I said, and thank everybody for tapping in from YouTube, Twitter, man, and all social media platforms, man, to the Man Cave podcast. If this is your first time to my channel, man, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on your way out, man. And also go subscribe to the Aboriginal Sports Network, man. The link is right there in the chat, man. Our one centralized location for all of our content, man. And make sure you go subscribe to all the great content creators. Myself, the Man Cave podcast, Big Pat Sports Talk, Unpopular Opinion Sports with NYG. Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, Mets 2128, Leaf Diggy, TP Way, The Giant, and also Delay of Game, man. And make sure, like I said, hit that like and subscribe button, man. Like I said, this has been Knicks Talk tonight, man. And like I said, I'm going to come on here every Monday night, man. You guys can come on in every Monday night at 7 o'clock, man. Talking Knicks, man. Talk what's on your mind. You know, leave your comment in there and stuff like that because I know we all want to vent about the game. You know what I'm saying, about the game before. Like I said, recap from the game. We lost to the Spurs. We lost to the Hornets, man, on the road. 2 poor losses that we should have won those games, man. We should have come out with more passion, more fire, man, to win those games. Like I said, those are winnable games, and we just let it go, man. You know, at least we came home against the Wizards. We just won this last game against the Wizards, man. Great game and stuff like that. But we're going to need more of those effort and stuff like that, man. So 2 more games. Like I said, we got the Mavericks tomorrow night and we got the Clippers. Gotta win those games. At least you gotta win that game tomorrow night with the Mavericks. Gotta win that game tomorrow night. And both games is in the Garden. Let's go and let's protect the home court, man, and stuff like that. And like I said, it's down to the playoff stretch run, man. We gotta bring it home, man. The last 12 games of the season, let's bring it. You know what I'm saying? Let's finish out the season strong. Brunson will be back and stuff like that. And like I said, we got the Celtics. Got 1 game against the Celtics, 2 against the Cavs, man. Hey, if we can win either one of those games, man, at least give you some good confidence that at least you win 1 game against the top contenders, man. That'll go a long way, man, especially heading into the playoff. But like I said, players got to play above their above the X's and O's, man. Let's get it going, man. Make sure you bring that fire and desire, man. Like I said, with Tibbs, man. Gotta get more guys off the bench, man. Like I said, you got Marshawn Beauchamp on the bench, Watson on the bench, DeLon Wright. You know, you got Kolig, Pacom Dottie, and these guys, man. Let the young guys cook, man. Let them play, man. Like I said, Kolig in the game against the Wizards, I think he only played like 12 minutes, and he had like 7 or 8 assists in the game, man. So, hey, man, let these guys play. These guys can play, man. Like I said, all they need is more playing time, man. And you're going to need these guys. I'd rather them play right now so that way they get the experience. So that way by the playoff time comes, they'll be ready for the playoffs, man. And, you know, so they won't be shell-shocked or like a deer in headlights in the playoffs, man. And they'll be ready to help us, man, because we're going to need all the help we're going to get in the playoffs. We're going to need all hands on deck. Everybody going to have to perform, man. Everybody going to have to produce, man, and stuff like that, man. So, hey, let these guys play, man, and give the starters a little bit more, you know, towards the end of the season, man. Give them a little more time because even Bridges talked to Tibbs about, you know, less minutes for the starters and let the bench play a little bit more because, like I said, can't wear these guys down before the playoffs. We're going to need the starters, man. So, you know, keep them a little bit fresh. Even though, like I said, players are all dinged up by this time of the year anyway, man. But like I said, we definitely going to need these guys to be ready for the playoffs, man. Because, like I said, I don't want no first round exit, man. Like I said, we want to get as far as in this playoff as we can get. We want to get as far in this thing as we can get, man. You know, so like I said, let's do it, man. Like I said, finish out the season strong. These last 12 games of the season, man, 1 game at a time. Let's go. 8-4, 9-3 would be excellent, man. We'll need something like that to keep that 3rd seed, man, because that 3rd seed is important. Like I said, it gives you home court, at least in the first 2 rounds and stuff like that. So that's what you want. You don't want to be in a 4th spot where you're going to get first round, you know, home in the first round and away in the second. You want to be home and stuff like that. The more you can stay home and protect the home court, the further you can go in the playoffs, man. But like I said, I'll be back on here Wednesday night at 7:30 against the Clippers, man. So make sure you tap back in, man, to the Man Cave podcast. Say courtesy of the Aboriginal Sports Network, man. Like I said, and I'll be here every Monday at 7 o'clock, man, to talk Knicks at night talk, man. So make sure you guys come back in here, man, and tap in with me, man, and stuff like that, man. And also, man, go subscribe to the Aboriginal Sports Network. We got a lot of stuff on the network, man. Go check it out, like New York Giants drafts and things like that, players profile from the draft coming up with the New York Giants and stuff like that, man. Also, Knicks stuff on there. Also, Leaf Diggy doing Nets visual and the Brooklyn Nets and stuff like that, man. So make sure we got a lot of stuff on there, man, coming for you, man. Good stuff coming for you on the Aboriginal Sports Network, man. But this is your man, the Man Cave podcast, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on your way out, man. And like I said, I'll be back here Wednesday, 7:30, Knicks versus Clippers live stream, man. So come on back. Check that out. All right. Until then, man. Peace.
Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. God.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, no it don't get broken. Legalize, mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in, the show called The Man-Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85 inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed. Remain calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling the panel filled with guest stars. You're now rocking with the voice, you know what it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You're now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Productions. What that mean, we about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S-God G-O-D. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.